Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance, and my name is Nehru. I would like to start covering another book in addition to the 12 patriarchs that we are currently covering. And I picked up this book the other day. It's called What's My Aura, and it is by Mystic Micheala, and their last name is spelled Micheala. Okay? And so this book delves into the different colors of the color spectrum in regards to your aura, their meaning, to help us better identify with our aura, our genuine selves. Again, that's the purpose of the channel, is to help us all become our highest, purest, truest self. And so I picked up this book the other day, and also picked up a crystal pairings book, and perhaps we'll be sharing some things about that. So I am in a very holy and esoteric place energetically currently. I've just done some more cord cutting, and so yeah. So I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much as always for tuning in. And yeah, so let's get started with part one of understanding your aura. Okay, validating who you are and embracing the unique self in every part of life are the gifts that come with understanding your aura colors. In part one, you will learn more about what an aura is and how it functions to help you live your best life. You will be able to distinguish between inauthentic and authentic energies and understand why you may have worn some energies in the past that weren't your own. Then you will explore each and the 9 main aura colors and other colors that can appear in an aura. In addition to finding yourself described in these pages, you may also recognize close friends, family, and significant others in the different colors. After this overview of aura colors, it will be time to take a it says a quiz, okay, which perhaps we'll go over, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So, what is an aura? Okay, so your aura is an energetic signature, all your own, a unique vibration like your fingerprints. Okay, a unique vibration that is wholly you. This is powerful essence. So this powerful essence surrounds you, and without saying a single word, serves as your introduction to the world around you. Just as no two thumbprints are the same, your aura is distinct, setting you apart from every other being who walks on this planet. Your aura is also colorful, and the colors represent in your aura reflect personality traits, skills, emotions, and imprints of the experiences you've had in life, this life and past lives. Okay. Although many people do not see auras in their everyday life, we can all perceive the auras of others, often without even trying. They make themselves known in a way a person makes you feel when they walk into the room, or how the mood of a place or situation is affected by someone, okay, by their presence or by them exiting. All right. How do auras work? Although merely perceiving auras can be also, if you are an empath or you're a high vibrational empath, you are best at picking up auras, okay? Although merely perceiving auras can give you insights into person, place, or experience, intentionally tuning into it and looking for auras opens up much deeper path of understanding. Your aura is the way in which you are energetically programmed to carry out your important life work. A part of your spiritual body, the body that can navigate between this world and the next, providing messages and information. These can include what your purpose in this life is and how you can best insert yourself into workspaces, relationships, friendships, and limitless other contexts to be valued, helpful, and fulfilled. When you allow yourself to be familiar with and flow with this authentic energy, life immediately makes more sense. By understanding that you are essentially telling a story to everyone you meet through your energy at all times, you can become a more active storyteller, writing the narrative you want your life through the unique energy that surrounds you. You want for your life. Okay. As mentioned previously, your aura reflects skills and traits that are unique to you. When honored and nurtured, these can assist in living the most authentic version of your life. In our world, however, we are often taught for various reasons to go against who we are authentically meant to be in favor of social norms and expectations. Perhaps you've been taught that spending time alone is antisocial instead of much needed reflective self-care. Maybe you have been told that speaking up around others is rude rather than a positive example of your natural leadership abilities. These situations promote what is called an inauthentic aura. An aura someone wants out of the belief that wears out of the belief that they won't be successful in life if they don't follow certain expectations. It takes a great deal of energy to wear an aura that isn't true to who you are. Okay, it's much easier to be your authentic self. It's a lot less hustle. It's a lot less work. Okay? In the natural world, they tell you you got to hustle. You got to get out there and you got to work like a dog, and you got to. That is not the case. Okay, that is not the case naturally or spiritually. Okay, those promotions of those programs are man-made. Okay, human-made. Okay, and it is a difficult mask to maintain, trying to be someone who you are not, your inauthentic self. When you understand and work with your true aura, you realize that living outside the lines is actually how you thrive. It's how your authentic self shines through. Additionally, choices made in auric alignment just look and feel better on those who make them. Okay? These people seem more confident in who they are and sure of their goals and desires, and they inspire others to learn more about themselves. They look and act as if they are on this planet doing what they were made to do and be, because they are. And the way they got there was by making choices aligned with their authentic auric energy, okay, or their highest, truest self, or their higher conscience, okay? And again, that is the Christos that is within your physical body. There is literal, now science does prove this, that there is literal fluid that flows up and down your spine. There are 33 vertebrae, okay, that is significant, okay? Yeshua was here for 33 years, so the reconnecting after the Nephilim and all of that, again, we're told of these various events and stories and all that in books, okay? But essentially what happened was fallen angels came here and they taught the beings that were on this planet deceitful and manipulating, narcissistic, low vibrational sexual deeds and things like that. So they taught them to lie, cheat, steal, kill, destroy, promiscuity, polygamy, polyandry or polyamorous relationships. Okay, so the difference between a polyamorous relationship or situation is a situation where the woman has many men. Okay, a polygamous situation is where the man has many women. Okay, and so that's the difference between those two. So these energies came here many moons ago, and they taught the human being, or the beings that were here, they taught them these deceitful ways. Okay, and with that, they opened up the door for us to be what we were never meant to be. Okay, it was never meant for you and I to be walking in the space and place that we are walking in currently. Okay, the first example of this, we are told in a simplistic way, is Adam and Eve. Okay, they were in an esoteric place. Okay, but they had fallen prey to whoever, the Nephilim, Satan, Jezebel, whatever that spirit, it's all the same spirit. Okay, it's a low vibrational aura. Okay, it's an inauthentic aura. Okay, the devil has been inauthentic. Jezebel has been inauthentic for eons. Okay, as you begin your journey of auric self-discovery, in this book, your authentic aura will make itself known loud and clear. The changes that come with dropping who you thought you were and embracing the truest essence of yourself can be uncomfortable or surprising at first, but they will ultimately feel right. The world you know is about to shift as you delve into your aura. Okay, and so I can tell you that for 46 years and 9 months, I was not being my 100% authentic self. Okay, I was when it came to me just dealing with me. But when it came to me dealing with other people, I often wore kid gloves or did not even challenge what was being seen or said or felt. Okay, because I was functioning in a overgiving situation. Okay, and then there came a time when I needed to get rid of that because it had turned into codependency. Okay, so my overgiving had turned into codependency. And again, these are all like the lower vibrational self. And so what happened to me was I had recognized that I had become codependent, and I knew that is not my nature. I've walked alone the majority of my life, and I walk alone. When I say that, I mean energetically. Okay, so I've walked alone. The things that highest divine white light has shown me and guided me through, many of those things I walked alone through. Okay, from birth, and I've really been my own man and my own whatever, my own balance. Okay, and again, there were times when I deviated from that. But there came a time when I was awakened because I was beginning to lose myself more and more. Okay, through codependency, which again had stemmed from not being accepted as a child. Okay, and so not being accepted by the man who I called father or daddy, that created an over-pleasing nature about me, an over-giving nature about me. Okay, because to bring it closer to home, to have perhaps your experiences, he did not come to the events that I was involved in, my sporting events. It was very, very rare. Okay, and for his own reasons. He was a polygamist, so he was dealing with multiple women at the same time, and he was caught up in whatever he was trying to do deceitfully and what have you. Okay, and so because of that, and so that's the relationship with the man, with him. And then on the mother's side, I viewed her as someone who was not very strong. Okay, to me, she was very weak. Okay, and not a very good mother. Okay, because of things that she allowed to happen to my brother, who was 13 months younger than me, when he was an infant, including going into a coma for 3 days and being shocked by electricity. Okay, so there, and that was within the house. I'm not talking about lightning. Okay, and so I held those things against her for a long time. Eventually, as a younger adult, I did go to her and confront her and ask her to forgive me for holding those things against her, because I blamed her for things that happened to my brother. So, and she also suffers from depression, or did as a child severely. I don't live with her, obviously, and hasn't for some time, so I don't know what her, I don't know where all that is with her today. So these things created certain expectations and certain perspectives within me, okay, that I had to remove in order to continue to become and grow into my highest, purest, truest form. And that, by the way, is a forever journey. It's nothing different than, it's not different in this way than learning on the spirit, on this natural earth. Okay, so learning is an ever-growing thing. You never know everything about your significant other. It's an ongoing, forever growing thing, hopefully, because they are continuing to grow and expand and expound, okay, into their higher, greater, truer purpose self. And so as they change and rotate, and as they change and rotate, you change and rotate with them. And when we don't, then we start to see the cracks and the frays within that relationship. Okay, and that could be calling you to step away from that relationship. That could be causing you. So I just did again another cord cutting ceremony, and using sea salt and Florida water and chants. Okay, and so getting to a place to where you recognize when it's time to pull back your energy and when it's time to move forward is significant. The number 102 or 1002, okay, breaks down to a 12. That number is significant. Okay, what that number says to me, and I'm just sharing this. Okay, what this number is sharing with me currently is it represents the end of a cycle. So the end, what's the 12th hour? The 12th hour is the beginning, is the end of the morning. It could be morning as in sorrow, or morning as in the time of day, okay, as in Ra, okay. Also, so there's 12 hours for the first part of the day and 12 hours in the second part of the day. And I'm reminded of our journey with Enoch through the books of Enoch. That playlist is available on the channel, and how Enoch showed us how these cycles and times and measurements were put into place and given to man as a measure and as a guide. Okay, and so the number 12 is significant. Again, that represents the end. Okay, esoterically, 13 represents death and new birth. And so what's after 12? 13. 13 comes next. Okay, and so in ending whatever previously. And again, for me, I see that cycle having lasted 49 years, then that breaks down to a 13 for us. Okay? There are 9 aura colors, usually found in combination with 1 to 2 other aura colors in your energy field. The way they interact is unique to you. Understanding, excuse me, confirmation. Understanding, and that was a throat chakra blockage. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. Understanding that one color may be more dominant than the other color during certain times in your life will shed light on how and why you use them. Following the 9 main colors are additional colors that can further individualize your aura. Keep reading to learn more about the different aura colors. The 9 essential aura colors. Okay, so the first is red. Red auras are strong and assertive natural leaders. They need to be in charge and are often well respected by those they manage. Red auras regularly find themselves saying what needs to be said, however uncomfortably it may be, for the purpose of speaking the truth. They can feel responsible for upholding the moral standards of society. Red auras are good at selling others on their ideas and motivating a team to get a task done. They work well under pressure and can sometimes get loud and aggressive when they need to drive a point home. Driven solidly by logic, reeds are all about reasons for doing things. They don't like emotion to cloud their vision. Red auras have good natural instincts and are very protective of their inner circle. They love a good risk and will thrive on adrenaline both in business and in life. They have a competitive edge, and their way of showing love is never going easy on anyone in life. Red auras create places to feel the pressure they crave, so to be constantly evolving into a better version of themselves. Staying active, challenged, and in high energy context forges their aura into the efficient and powerful foundation they know others need to feel safe and find inspiration within. Key traits of the red aura are motivated, ambitious, and character-driven. Aligned jobs are police officers, firefighters, service personnel, sales personnel, entrepreneurs, managers, and team leaders. Preferred fitness activities are weightlifting, cardio, and high-intensity or HIIT workouts. High-intensity interval training. I should have completed that. I know what HIIT training is. That's why I just kind of skipped over that. Competitive romantic partners. They are good with empath energies as partners. Blue, indigo, and purple auras are a great fit. Biggest concern is injustice, okay? And so for those of you who have been a part of this channel, you will probably see that this sounds a lot like me, okay? For a long time, red was my favorite color, and then at some point I switched to blue. We're going to find out what that blue aura means, okay? But for a long time, red, as a kid, I remember I had a pair of blue pants, or red pants, believe it or not, and I loved wearing those red pants, okay? And so, yeah, all right? And so, yeah, okay? So injustice is vitally important to me. I am a freedom fighter. I watched Malcolm X again, probably for the 20th something time the other day, but I have not watched it in several years, many years actually. And I see a lot of similarities between me and Malcolm. Although my perspective today is one of spirituality and not religion or pertaining to any one specific religious organization or sect. Okay. So I too was born into poverty. And through my own efforts, I have known some level of success, okay? Both in the military and then as an entrepreneur after the military, as a tax accountant or accountant. And so I've learned some level of success, but I've had to work really, really, really hard for that minute level of success thus far. And a lot of that has to do with me not openly being my highest, purest, truest self. Again, because I was trying to please others around them around me. I said around them, or perhaps trying to please others that are around them. So connected with people who I was trying to please, who were around them, influencing them perhaps. So once I realized this and I began my healing journey, it's 10:10 on the clock. He began my healing journey. I realized where my errors were. I realized how, as much unconditional love as I was giving, because I am unconditional love, that love needs to be not tapered, but that love needs to be protected. Okay? And when we do not, as I was not protecting my unconditional love, when that happens, you are taken advantage of. Okay? Because despite what anyone might tell you, there really truly are demonic energies out here, low vibrational energies, that really truly do not have your best intentions at heart. Okay? So there are deceptive things that people say that would make you feel bad, like you should love everyone, and talking you into things that are not for your good. Okay, there is a real true enemy out there that does not deserve your love, that does not deserve your compassion and your care. That enemy deserves a sword. Okay, that enemy deserves a sword. The animal of the day is the bee. Alexa, what's the animal of the day?
Now playing. Here is your animal of the day, the bee. A beehive contains 3 types of bee: the queen, the worker, and the drone. Here is a bee buzz.
Okay. So we understand today scientifically that without the bee, the ecological system of this earth would collapse. Without the bumblebee. Alexa, cancel. Alexa, cancel. We understand that without the ecological, I think I'm saying that right, environment as we know it on earth would disappear. That is how vital the bumblebee or the bee is to society, okay, and to this place. All right. So blue auras. Blue auras are loving and healing people. When blue auras give to others, they connect with the divine. By doing so, they feel a sense of purpose in their life that fulfills them. Blue auras are typically in positions where they become caregivers. They are empaths. I'm thinking of scrubs that medical professionals wear. Okay? They are empaths, which means they feel others' feelings and pain strongly and are compelled to help. Blue auras will end up feeling responsible for the pain they see they see in the ones they are attempt to heal, and therefore have to watch their energetic health. Okay, knowing when to give and when to step away is extremely important. Okay, knowing when to give and when to step away or pull your energy away is extremely important. That is good management. Okay, knowing when to, it's just like in the natural, knowing when to give to a job, when to give more to a job or to a project, and when to, it's time to resign, and when it's time to pull back your energy and move on to the better place, that a better vibing energy or what have you. Okay? They can blame themselves when the person, situation, or environment they know is hurting doesn't improve. Blues over any other aura color need to cleanse themselves with meditation, salt baths, and sometimes therapy. It's hard for someone with a blue aura to prioritize their needs over another's because of their innate selflessness. Blue auras have a hard time receiving even though they are very adept at giving. Okay, and again, I had that issue. They tend to be extremely difficult to shop for as they truly never want anything for themselves. Okay, if someone asks me, and that's often my answer, if someone's like, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know. What do you want for your birthday? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Get whatever you're guided to get, whatever you're directed to get. It doesn't matter. Not that the gift doesn't matter, but I don't know. Yeah, so I tend to definitely resonate with that. I don't resonate largely with feeling bad about those, even before becoming fully awakened and walking in my truth. I didn't have an issue with cutting people off. I've always had a very strong, as they call it, a very strong cutoff game. I've always been able to cut people off when I saw that they were no longer for my good, no matter how loyal I was to that individual. I've always been strong about that. Okay, so I've cut the male parent off. I've cut the female parent off. I've cut off siblings. I've cut off past relationships. I've cut off my daughter's parents, my daughter's mothers. I've cut off my daughters. My daughters are adults. Okay, they live their own lives and they have chosen to come against me. And again, that's a true story. Okay, one, again, was taken into the polygamous situation, who is my father, when she was less than 3 years old. Okay, so that's all she's known, and she'll be 28 this year. Okay, they have come against me, and so even in those situations where there is a blood tie, I have been able to energetically cut off and remove from my aura those things, those energies that no longer serve my highest, truest good. Okay, so that part has never been an issue for me. Okay, the only time that it was difficult for me, okay, is when I was so confident in a specific connection. Okay, because again, because I am unconditionally loving, and I'm sure that's going to be covered in one of these colors, so unconditionally loving and so certain of the connection, I poured every ounce of me into it. Every ounce of me. I was concluding everything and what it was meant to be, to the point of not seeing what was staring at me directly in front of my face. Directly in front of my face. And not at a distance. Okay? And it took me a minute to realize that. In fact, it took 2 years, confirmation with that horn honk. It took 2 years in that relationship for me to realize what was really truly going on. And once I did, again, I started my full ascension, full awakening, dark night of the soul, or what have you, while at the tail end of that relationship. Okay? But when I didn't realize I was pulling my energy away, but when I began to meditate and began to access and activate some things within me, I did not realize that I was pulling my energy away from them initially, because I thought again that this individual was on board with 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 the oneness that we were supposed to be, but they were not. Okay, and so once I realized that, because they had their own healing processes to go through. Okay, and again, this is part of the blue aura, and recognizing when, as an empath, where you're needed, but when you're being, when what you are offering is being rejected. Understanding and knowing that is vital for you to know when to pull back your energy and walk away from situations, people, places that no longer serve you. Okay? So blue healing traits are healing, kind, helpful. Aligned jobs are teachers, therapists, nurses, again that blue. Okay? Office managers. Preferred fitness activities are walking, any activity with friends. Compatible romantic partners. Okay, so I resonate with some of this. I do take very good care of this physical body that I am in. It looks good, it feels good. And men, by the way, this also means taking care of it, whether that means my nails, hair growing in places where it's not, I don't know, should I say tasteful? I'm not sure. But good grooming habits, good hygiene habits, okay? I like the Squash brand of soap, okay? And specifically, I like the pine tar, is currently, or has been since I've started using it, has been my favorite, okay? Or the one that I prefer. So, taking care of yourself, okay? I use sesame oil on my skin, okay? And again, men, I am a heterosexual male, okay? I'm not a homosexual. I am, if you want to describe my energy, it is a divine feminine energy, okay? And so very nurturing, again, very loving, very caring, but at the same time, my masculine energy is warrior. And so to constantly understand the balance, and this is men and women, because there are female warrior, there are divine masculine warriors here who are females, okay? There are divine females who are females. There are divine masculines who are males, right? What you physically are, male or female on this earth, has no determination whatsoever to your aura or to your energy. Okay, and I don't know if that is going to be mentioned here in this book, but I am telling you, okay, as an oracle, that doesn't matter. Your physical attributes does not matter when it comes to your spiritual aura, okay, and energy. Okay? But I tend to be one that I enjoy working out by myself. Okay? A few times that I have gone to the gym with someone, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a lone ranger in that regard. Which again is, in many cases, that's a deterrent for some. And again, I'm sure we're going to cover that in this book about those who prefer to walk alone. Okay? Compatible romantic partners, those who have a shared vision of family and togetherness. Blue auras work well with any aura color. They are very adaptable in love. Biggest concern is making sure people feel welcome. Okay, and again, that is one of the things about a blue aura that is not of my aura. Okay, my concern is not that people feel welcome. My concern is that people know the truth. Okay, and I reminded again about the movie Malcolm X that I saw yesterday, and the strength that he spoke with through his throat chakra. Okay, and really truly, Malcolm did not become his highest, purest, truest form until he left Islam. Okay, when he decided to walk away from that, that is when he really truly began to be his highest, purest, truest self. When he became accepting of all and began to speak of oneness, one race, the human race, and began to open up himself to working with other nationalities here in America and abroad, that is really when he began to be his highest, purest, truest self. When he was working with and under the tutelage of Elijah Muhammad, he was not his highest, purest, truest self, because Elijah Muhammad was teaching him about hate. Elijah Muhammad was teaching him about segregation. Elijah Muhammad was planting the seeds in him that caused him not to want to work with others, to not to see the oneness about the human race, and equality for all, not me against you. Okay, and this is why I will never support any organization that distinguishes itself as a help to one specific race. I will never, in this lifetime, I am brown. Okay, I've been Caucasian and I've been light-skinned. I've been of Asian descent. I've been of Indian and Egyptian descent. I've been olive-skinned in past lifetimes, including Greco-Roman, Celtic, okay, and originally an Egyptian shaman. So my spirit has known many different shades in physical form. So it would behoove me to love them all unconditionally and equally, and to not be discriminative against any of them. Okay, again, we're talking about living your highest, purest, truest self. Okay? So yellow auras are naturally curious. They have an eye for detail while they look for ways to improve in all they do, and they do not mind receiving constructive criticism or self-help suggestions to do just that. Yellow auras can tackle large and overwhelming projects with ease, and they enjoy the challenge. From the outside looking in, a yellow aura can do anything and do it efficiently, almost to the point of making life look easy. They are often perfectionists, I'm guilty, and very hard on themselves, I am guilty. Yellow auras don't like to be out of control with their emotions, so they do sometimes come off as cool in a crisis or unemotional to others. Their protective logic layer attempts to filter through information before they permit an emotion to take over. They are stoic survivors, and people everywhere turns to, and the people everyone turns to in a crisis, as they will take the lead on making calls and organizing and completing large and unpleasant or overwhelming tasks. Yellow auras often have a tougher time living in the present moment than other aura colors, and need to work on that the most. They also have to be reminded to take care of their emotions as often as they downplay them to others and themselves. Key traits of the yellow aura: curious, organized, introspective. Aligned jobs are event planner, accountant, marketing positions, real estate, investing, or age. I always said if I did not go into the military in 1995, I would have become some type of real estate guru. Okay, I could see myself working for like Christie's Estates or Sotheby's or some luxurious, high-end or boutique real estate type of company like that. I am very much of that nature, of that energetic, high society, royalty type of energy. Okay, and again, that speaks to my Egyptian shamanic bloodline. Okay. Okay. Corporate directors, these are more aligned jobs. Interior designer, small business owner, or social media coordinator. Preferred fitness activities are Pilates and yoga. Compatible romantic partners, someone who understands their need for order and shares their overall vision for life. They work well with green and blue auras, yellow does. A relationship with a red aura can be challenging. Okay? Biggest concerns are lack of consideration. Okay? So yellow auras are very much concerned with, can't we all just get along? Unfortunately, again, that can have them overworking or overextending themselves to make things work that do not work. So they're trying to mix oil and water and trying to make something again that are retracting energies, trying to make them attract, and that can be a fruitless process. Okay, so let's get to purple. There is a fine line between intuition and society's version of reality, and purple auras live on this line. Purple auras are artistic and creative. Their minds are constantly moving, brainstorming, and thinking of ways to facilitate growth for themselves and the world around them. Because of this, and their craving for change, purple auras need outlets to distract themselves from the daily routines of life. They are rebellious and free-spirited. They don't feel a need to be in charge, but they most certainly do not like being told what to do. Purple auras are naturally more intuitive than others, as they have faith that their emotions are proof enough of whether to trust a person or situation. Purple auras feel before they know and often are correct. Therefore, they nurture a confident relationship with their natural instincts. Purple auras often attract attention and have what is referred to as the it factor, which makes them stand out in a crowd. Purples learn to get used to this constant attention. Many in the entertainment field have this color aura. Purple auras have a hard time sticking to one career in lifetimes. I've definitely had that issue, as they love to spiritually evolve via challenging life situations. They do have to watch out for self-destruction, as they can use it as a quick substitute for a life change. So I'm going to speak about this, and I'm going to speak about it in a rather sensitive kind of way. So in my lowest vibrational energy, I am a self-deleter. What do I mean? So when dealing with my shadow, okay, when functioning in my lowest vibrational self, depression in this, okay, I am a I don't know if the word is deprecator, whatever, deprecator. Alexa, what does it deprecate mean?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, deprecate means to express disapproval or to disparage or belittle something.
Okay, so self-deprecation. Okay, so I am a self-harming type of energy. Again, because I am a fighter and I am a warrior, whenever for justice, okay, whenever injustice is done to me, if I allow my lowest vibrational energy self to get carried away with this emotionally and I don't stop it, then I cause harm to this physical body. Okay? So, what does this mean? I have punched myself. Okay? I have punched myself to the point of almost dislocating my jaw. I've punched myself to the point of having marks on me. Okay? And so with this, also, I have taken pills, and unfortunately or fortunately, however it works, they didn't work. I've had combinations of things in my body. Again, this is me vibrating at my highest, purest, truest self, and this is also me being very transparent to you, okay? Because justice has to come somehow, and the downside of this purple energy and functioning in that lower self is self-elimination, okay? Self-elimination, because the feeling that justice has not come, or there has to be a martyr in order for, or I'm not doing enough, or what have you, okay? And I'm listening for these things, for highest divine white light to give me the phrases, perhaps to help some of us, okay? And so, recognizing this about me today, I better manage that, okay? Because I can see when it's coming upon me, and I know what to do. And what I do typically is I clean my aura. I enjoy doing the egg cleanses. That helps a lot. Excuse me, confirmation burp, as I've not had anything to eat today and only water to drink. That is something that purple energies need to watch out for, okay? Self-eliminating energy, okay? And so key traits of the purple aura are creative, eccentric, non-judgmental. Aligned jobs are freelance, writer, performance entertainer, artist. Preferred fitness activities are dancing and group fitness. Compatible romantic partners are strong-minded partners who can challenge and inspire them. Okay, so I am a sapiosexual for certain. A sapiosexual is someone who is attracted to intelligent life. Okay, and I can tell you that I don't know a lot about what's going on in the entertainment industry today. I don't know a lot, and when I say entertainment, I'm speaking of Hollywood and that sort of thing, okay? I don't know a lot about what's going on in the sports arena, okay? So I don't know a lot about what's going on in the NBA today, players in the NBA, who's on what teams. I don't know a lot about those things, okay? I used to know a lot about those things as a younger spirit, or yeah, but today I don't follow those things. If I watch those things, it's just merely the highlights, and typically it's only key events, so I don't watch highlights of every NBA game. I am a Lakers fan. I don't watch all of the Lakers games, certainly not today. First of all, because I have an aversion to certain players that are representing the Lakers today. So I don't support those individuals, and so therefore I don't follow all of that so much, okay? I am a Kobe Mamba maniac, I guess you could say, and highly connected to him, his energy, his Mamba mentality, highly connected to that. I am the one who is in the spiritual gym doing the work when everybody else or most others are asleep. Perhaps you can say this about yourself, okay? I am that individual, okay? I have no problem going into the office on a Sunday or going into the office on a Saturday. When I was self-employed, I still am self-employed. Highest Divine White Light employs me today. But when I did have a physical brick and mortar office, I had no problem going into the office on any given day. I love to work. I'm a hustler. That is my nature. Okay? I could change a toilet and show our kids how to be better at a sport, cut their hair, braid her hair, whatever, and go to the office all in the same day. Okay, so I like that busyness that speaks of this. That purple aura speaks of the busyness. I am a multitasker. The busier I am and the more I have to do, the better I flourish and the more beautiful I am. Okay, if that makes sense, because that's just how I thrive. I get bored very easily with things. This is, again, it spoke to this about the job changes. Okay, so when I got out of the military, before the military, I only had 2 jobs. One I got when I was 16, 17, something, right, in Florida, and it was working at a movie theater at a General Cinema Theater in Altamont Springs, Florida. I was at that job until I was 20 and went into the military. Okay, I held that same job. But then after high school, I got another job, hired on as an assistant manager for a Little Caesars pizza restaurant. Okay, and so I had 2 jobs. At the age of 19, I had a car, a motorcycle. I was still living at home, but I was a hustler. I've always, my work ethic is that of a mule. Okay, is what I'm reminded of. Okay, that of a mule. The angel number 1040 is significant. If you're into numerology, look up the angel number 1040. Okay, and so I've noticed some great good things about me, and again, I've also noticed the dark shadow side of me, and the dark shadow parts of you. Those things, again, I don't know if it'll speak to that in this book, but those things are not to be killed or eliminated. Those things are just to be managed. Okay, you can't get rid of the moon no more than you can get rid of the sun. They both serve their purpose. The moon reveals shadow. Okay, and the sun brings life. You have to manage both of them, and you have to manage them well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. Again, I try to keep any and all videos under an hour. There are rare videos that go over an hour. The video about my polygamous father, that video that was posted in May of this year, that video is longer than an hour. Any collective timeline readings that I do will probably run longer than an hour. But I try to keep these things under an hour, even through sharing the hidden or quote unquote lost books of the Bible, or of canonical texts. I try to keep all of that under an hour with respect to your time. Okay, because I could share forever, because it's what I enjoy doing. I show up as we go through this Aurra book, and find out what our true essence is. I have come to realize that my aura shows up in someone's life no matter what, even where I am today. I am renting from someone who their first name is Aaron, his first name is Aaron, and her first name is Gail. Okay? Ironically, Gail's last name is also the maiden name of the woman who I understand birthed me. Okay? Same maiden last name. Also, they are from Illinois, or at least Aaron is, and in fact from Joliet, Illinois. Okay, that's where I was birthed. Again, I didn't know this. Okay, I gave everything away to come here, or actually I didn't have the purpose of coming here. I came in this direction, west, and this is where I landed. Okay, fortunately, they had an older RV that was available, that they advertised online, that was available for rent, and this is where I've been for 11 months. Okay, but even in that, I am here in their life as either karma, exposure, or healing. Whether or not they recognize that, see that, feel that, know that, or not, that is why I am here in their lives for the time that I am here. This is why I've been in the lives of those that I have cut off. This is why I was there. Okay, I was birthed into the karmic family that I was in, the witchcraft working family, warlock family that I was in, because they needed their bloodline to be healed. Okay, And so recognizing who we are and why we are here, and not, again, the lowest vibrational self energy, again, I keep getting that self-deprecating energy that we can be in, is to get a good education, have a wife or a husband, a white picket fence, 2.5 children, and a dog. That is the lowest vibrational energy that you as a spiritual being can be in. Again, you are not a human here having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings here on this planet temporarily having human experiences. Let us be diligent about these things and about who we are. Okay? Thank you so much as always for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. You've been tuned into Esoteric Guidance, helping us all become our highest, purest, truest version of ourselves. And as I always like to say, be encouraged.